All right, let's talk about voter registration in Pennsylvania in the United States. Welcome back to the Global Business Report. And also Green Jobs, initiative from the Tony Elumelu Foundation and a couple other folks in IKEA United Nations. But first in Pennsylvania, Governor Josh Shapiro has declared that Pennsylvania will be the 24th state to enact automatic voter registration. Shapiro stated in an interview with MSNBC's Morning Joe. Here's what he said. It's a safe, secure, streamlined way to get people registered and participate in our democracy. So basically, when individuals go to the DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles, to obtain a new or renewed driver's license, they will be automatically registered to vote. That is an interesting update coming from Pennsylvania. All right, Green Jobs. In order to empower African youth to combat climate change, the Tony Elumelu Foundation, UNICEF's Generation Unlimited, and IKEA Foundation have joined forces to establish a groundbreaking green entrepreneurship program. It's called Be Green Africa. Let's take a look at some of the initiatives for Be Green Africa. There's about 5 or 6 of them. Youth empowerment is one of those initiatives. Yep, green job creation, address triple planetary crisis, foster innovation, and build a sustainable future. We've got some quotes from Mr. Elumelu himself, as well as IKEA and the United Nations. Here's what Mr. Elumelu said. We know the critical role that green entrepreneurship and agripreneurship play in driving innovation solutions to environmental issues and are keen to empower our young ones across Africa. He also said, part of his statement, that this initiative will empower young Africans with the entrepreneurial skills that are needed to accelerate the shift towards the green economy. I think we also got the heads of IKEA and the United Nations speaking about this as well. Okay, this is Per Hegenes, CEO of IKEA Foundation. To transition to a green and circular economy, we urgently need partnerships and coalitions of the willing, who are ready to experiment and scale, and who aren't afraid to take risks. Chika Mbono was talking about that in the last segment about the Dangote refinery, taking risks. By equipping African youth with relevant skills and supporting their solutions, we can empower a generation of agripreneurs in Africa and beyond. Great stuff. We are joined by Adeiye Adegbusi, who is an analyst with Financial Derivatives Company Limited. Green Jobs, voter registration in Pennsylvania. Adeiye, welcome. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Let's talk about this, the Tony Elumelu Foundation and this partnership with IKEA and the UN here. Well, what do you make of it? It's historic stuff, yeah? I mean, what do you make of the initiative here as far as impact, I guess, on green jobs?
So, right now we have, the basic environmental challenges that the world has been coming out and said they want to stop. So the main purpose of the initiative is to tackle these challenges like climate change, biodiversity loss, and resource loss across Africa.
Yeah.
By empowering youth and young Africans, it's help create sustainable solutions that will help tackle these challenges. And they are here to give funding, train, and mentor these youths to create environmentally sustainable jobs that will propel Africa towards a greener future. I know it's in line with global trends.
Yes.
You see countries like the UK, India, US, they've set goals by 2030, 2035. They want to, transition towards a green economy, increase electric vehicle adoption. So the point is just to empower Africa, to push Africa forward and to make sure that we're not left behind in this global transition.
Do you think that, are there enough jobs? Do you think that when we look ahead to the green jobs and what they're trying to put together, that there are going to be enough jobs in the green economy in looking forward?
So the initiative is meant to take place across 5 African countries.
Okay.
Nigeria, Senegal, Morocco, South Africa, and
Kenya, right?
And Kenya, yes. That's the main focus, Kenya. So they are meant to train 1,600 youths and provide $1 million in funding to about 225 entrepreneurs, and they specifically stated to create over 8,000 jobs. So the jobs are mainly focused on creating environmentally conscious jobs, creating environmentally conscious jobs, and it's not only focused about addressing environment, but also alleviating and easing the unemployment crisis we have currently in Africa, particularly at a point where jobs, there's a cost of living crisis, and jobs are becoming increasingly hard to find. I know, of course, 8,000 jobs might seem small, but as the world transitions towards this green economy, it's going to expand.
Right.
And it's good we start now.
Yeah.
And starting now means that in the future, we'll begin to see dividends and gains from this initiative.
Great stuff. Just about a minute to go. What do you make of what's happening in Pennsylvania with you being able to go and get your driver's license, and you immediately, if you want to, you immediately get registered to vote? Well, what do you make of that?
Well, it eases voter convenience, registration convenience, because you just go to the DMV, you want to get your license, you want to renew, and you have an option to get your voters voters to register for voting. For Nigeria, the country like Nigeria, where there's low voters participation, 97 million people registered to vote, only 87 million collected PVCs.
Right.
I know this can be attributed to a number of factors, but a main one is the tediousness or stress involved in registering for voting. I know, although if going to FRSC to collect your license might seem stressful in itself,
yeah.
But of course, it's better than doing two things.
Right.
Than you go to FRSC, then you go to collect your PVCs.
Yeah.
You
just do it in one place.
Exactly. It even reduces administrative costs.
I mean,
exactly.
I don't know why these things are. It's not complicated, you know. You think other states are going to follow? I think Pennsylvania is the 24th state to do this. Of course, there's way more states, 50-something states or whatever in the United States. So what do you know?
Well, it was initiated, it started in 2016 in the US with Georgia and Connecticut. And people say Pennsylvania, they are even late to join the party.
Yeah.
So, and there are about 1.7 million registered eligible voters that are not even registered in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I know this is expected to increase voter turnout, increase political participation in the US. And of course, other states, given the effectiveness, other states and countries as well are likely to join this initiative. And it's just about adapting it to your local economy, seeing what they do, how it functions, then adapting it to how your country would, your local economy would react to it.
Yeah.
Then just going from there. Then by then you could see increased political participation.
So you think INEC can
you
think INEC can pick that up where you just go and register to your car and you just, you go get a driver's license, or even when you get think about this, like, we got less than 30 seconds, but just think about any ID that you go and get in Nigeria, whether it's your passport or your driver's license, and the moment you fill out the information, you just get registered to vote. I mean, it just sounds so simple, does it not?
It sounds simple, but it's easier said than done, We have a lot to go.
Yeah, we like to make things really hard in Nigeria. Adeiye Adegbusi, analyst with Financial Derivatives Company Limited. Thank you so much for joining us to talk about green jobs and just making voting registration easy, because it's supposed to be. We appreciate your time.